Question number 3 talks about writing 504 as the product of its prime factors. For this you will need to draw a prime factor tree. So you start with 504, and I'd like to think about what prime number goes into 504. I can see it's an even number, so I'm going to divide immediately by 2. So 2 times something makes 504, so you divide 504 by 2. This is a calculator paper, so I'm going to bring up my calculator, which is this one here, because if you've got a calculator, why not make it nice and easy for yourself? Divided by 2, and that's equal to 252. That's also an even number, so again I'm going to divide by 2, so underneath I'm going to write a 2. And when I divide 252 by 2, I get 126. Again even, so I'm just going to carry on dividing by 2. And this time I'm going to get 63. This is not an even number, but I can see that it's divisible by 3. So dividing by 3, I'll get 3 times 21 is 63. And I'm just going to move my calculator so I can start writing at the top. So 21 will split up into 2 factors, which is 3 and 7. Both of those are prime. I'm going to circle all my prime numbers. And what I can do now is I'm going to write this as a product of prime, so I can see that it is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. To take it up a grade, I'm going to shorten that to 2 cubed times 3 squared times 7. And that will give you all 3 marks. Moving on to part B, we are being asked to find the lowest common multiple of 180 and 504. I'm going to do this again using prime factors. So the first thing I need to do is find the prime factors. The product of 180 is the product of prime factors. So 180 divided by 2 is going to be 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. And 45 divided by 5, because I can't divide by 2, is 9. 9 is not a prime factor. It splits down into 3 times 3. I'm going to circle all my primes again. And the next thing I'm going to do is write this as a product of primes, which is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. So, to find the lowest common multiple, what I need to do is draw 2 circles, a Venn diagram. In the intersection, I'm going to put in all the common factors, all the common prime factors. So I can see that a 2, a 2, a 3 and a 3 are going to go in the intersection. So there's the first one going in, a 2. Then there's another 2. Then there's a 3. And then there's another 3. On the left-hand circle, I'm going to put in my numbers that relate to 180. So I've already got the 2, 2, 3, 3 in the intersection. So the only thing I need to write on the left-hand side is a 5. And on the right-hand side, I'm representing 504. And the only thing that I've got left for 504 is a 2 and a 7. To get the lowest common multiple, I multiply all of my numbers inside both those circles. So I need to do 5 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 7. Being really lazy, I'm going to pick up my calculator and do it on there. So 5 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 7. My lowest common multiple is 2,520. I write that in my answer box and that gives me full marks.